All right.
They were talking about solving equations, changing them from an expression or an equation in word form into one in numerical form and then solving it. So 6 is pretty easy to change over. More means plus the product, which means times of a number. We don't know what it is, and 3, so 3x, because of a number is the variable, we don't know what it is always means equal. Here is our original equation. So then we take the 6, move it over to the other side. Now we are subtracting 6. Changes its sign when we move it to the other side of the equal. That becomes 24. So now we have 3x equals 24. We divide both by 3. And our answer is x equals 8. So here's a different one, 10, less than half. So anytime it says less than, we're actually going to put the other part of it in front of the 10. We're taking 10 away from that number. If it just says less and not the than, then it would be 10 minus whatever comes next. But because it says less than, we have to move it from the to the other side of the equation, or the other portion of this side. Half of what number? So half x, or x divided by 2, that's the same thing, minus 10 equals 30. So again, you could do x divided by 2, which might make the whole equation a little bit more complicated for many of you when you're solving it. So we move the 10, negative 10 over here, becomes a positive 10, so we add it. So now we have half x equals 40. So now we're going to divide both by 1/2. If we divide by 1/2, that's the same as multiplying by 2 over 1. So we get 80 as the answer, and obviously that would make sense. Half of what number, we would just double it. So 80, 80 divided by 2 is 40, minus 10 would be 30. So again, always put it back in the equation so that you know that that does work on any of these, so that 6 plus 3 times 8, does that actually equal 30? And it does, so we know we did it right. Now when you have ones like this, these two are actually basically the same thing. This is a triangle, so that means all of the angles together are going to equal 180. These 3 lines together form a straight line, which is 180. So we could do it that way. I'm going to show you how to do this one 2 different ways. But we'll go back to the triangle first. Since it's got to equal 180, we do 3x plus 2x plus x, and all of that's going to equal 180. So if I have a 3x, a 2x, and I have a total of 6 x's, and that's going to equal 180. So I divide everything by 6, which leaves me with x equaling 30. Actually 3. No, 30, I was right. I put the 0 here for some reason. Equals 30. So now we go back. We know that this one's 30. 3 times 30 is 90. 2 times 30 is 60. 60 plus 30 plus 90 is 180. Same thing here. We actually get the same exact numbers. You could use the same thing. We already know this is going to be 90 total, not what x equals, but the total. And then this would be 60. The other way you could do this is 3x and 2x plus 2x equals a 90-degree angle. So you could just split it in half and say these two are complementary, and do the same thing. So we get 5x equals 90, and then divide both sides by 5, which would equal 19. X equals 19, and then you could, no, 18, excuse me. And then you could solve from there and do it that way. So those are two different ways that you can do it, but you're just adding those together to make sure that you have what that equals for that, and then you replace it